Allie with Potomac Beads. Join me as I show you the tricks and tips to do this nice, basically building block of a charm necklace. You can do this with lots of different materials, but if you want to see exactly what I used, go ahead and look below the video. There's a link there to get to our website that you can check out these fun pebble gemstones and the Potomac pearls and wire as well. Gather up all your materials as well as your round nose, needle nose or chain nose, and your wire cutter pliers as well as a workable surface, and we'll get ready to get started. So to begin, we are going to be making our links first, that then we're going to use our jump rings to link together and our head pins to have our charms going from. I'm going to be using the labradorite pebbles. I love the organic look of these, all different shapes and sizes, and some 20 gauge wire. So the 20 gauge wire here I am going to get ready to cut a piece of, and it's up to you how much you want to work. So I have my wire cutters, my round nose pliers, and my chain nose pliers. And I'm going to cut about 10 inches to work with. That should get me, 5 inches to work with. That should get me about 2 links. And the first thing I'm going to do is make a loop for the link. What you can do is go down a little bit, about an inch or so on the wire, hold below the wire and bend the wire above. Go in with your round nose pliers, and whatever loop size you start to establish, you want to keep that consistent throughout the process. So I'm going to go with a fairly large loop, bending my wire now over the top of the round nose pliers till it hits on the bottom, then rotating the pliers in my hand so the top jaw of that round nose pliers now becomes the bottom jaw. The wire, the short piece there, is going to go back 90 degrees. So that way we start with a 90-degree bend and we end with a 90-degree bend. See how that loop mimics? If you want to, you can grab a Sharpie marker and you can line your pliers so you know you're placing them in the same spot. Next, grab your chain nose pliers, take that extra wire and start to coil below. 1, 2, 3 coils is generally what I'm most comfortable with. This extra little wire, you can gauge how much less you could use on that initial turn, but I'd rather cut some off than poke myself. Going to the opposite side then, you're going to add your gemstone, let it drop down. Once again, turn above the wire here. I left myself just enough room in there to do my 3 coils, taking the long piece of wire over the top till it hits the crystal, top to the bottom, and take the wire back 90 degrees. Once your loop is done there, go ahead and 1, 2, 3, cut off your extra wire. So I'm going to keep going here. You can see I switch and I grab and cheat and just use my round nose pliers there for efficiency's sake. If you want, you can even hold with your round nose, but it's not as comfortable. It's just a time-saving thing. It's always nicer to get the nicer results if you use the correct tools. Sometimes just in a laziness attitude, you can see that I kind of pick up others. Drop your next crystal down. Once again, turn to the side, make your big loop here to mimic, and then coil that extra wire around. Now each one of these links will be a link in the necklace. And by the time we add a jump ring to the middle, you're going to get approximately, depending on the size of your bead, you're going to get approximately about 2 inches out of 3 links as you combine those. So go ahead and take your 8 inches of your gemstones from your package and go to town making all your links. Our next building block to our necklace is going to be our little charms. I've chosen some Potomac pearls. You can see I did about 3 inches to make sure that I liked the design. So we are going to need 3 of our pearls per link that we drop down. So once you go into your links, and however many you've done, you're going to do 3 pearls. Just like we did when we were creating that coiled link, we're going to create a coiled eye pin. You're going to add your pearls to your head pin, and I'm using a 21 gauge 2-inch head pin. You can use a shorter head pin if you want. Once you're there, you're going to go almost next to the bead, turn the wire to the back, bring it over the top, and you can see I'm doing a smaller loop for this because it doesn't need to be as big, and then once again spinning the wire around 2 to 3 little drops. We'll get a little bit closer so you can see that, a little bit slower and a little bit closer here. Grabbing in, I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of space, bend to the side, over the top of the pliers, switch your jaw from the top to the bottom, take that wire back just like we were doing, and then once again, coil that extra wire around. You're gonna notice that the head pins are harder to coil than your wire, because that's going to be the difference of a dead soft wire or a soft wire to a half hard. So go ahead, coil away. You're going to need approximately 42 of these hanging down with all of your head pins. So the next thing we get to do is add all of our building blocks together. So we're using the jump rings here and we're adding on our linked charms. We're going to make sure that our links here are facing so that both eye pins are facing forward. We're going to add our jump ring, and as we add our jump ring and open our jump ring, you always want to pull to the side to open. If your nails or your hands aren't that strong, I would recommend getting a jump ring opener or just using a second pliers. I usually will grab my round nose pliers just to hold as I put them back on. From here we are going to add 1, 2, and 3 of our pearl drops. Then we are going to make sure that our links are facing down. So we're going to make sure that our jump ring basically is facing down. We're going to link one side onto one side onto the other, so that way all those little charms that we added, those 3, are facing down and in the same direction. What that's going to do is make it hang nice. When you hold it up, all of those charms are going to hang at the same way. So you can see as I'm holding it up here and building those building blocks, we want all those little dangles to dangle to the bottom. And the top of that jump ring basically will be empty. So go ahead and keep adding on your jump rings, which I'm using an 18 gauge jump ring because I like how those stay closed. And all of your links, just making sure that those eye pins are facing the same direction. Your beads kind of spin along it, and adding on your jump rings with your little pearls hanging down. Just to show this wider view a little bit, you can see that I'm finished my necklace, but I have 2 more jump rings that I want to add. I did 1 more link that's just a link with a pearl here in the middle, and then I have 1 piece of wire that's about 3 inches long that I have my loop and my coil pearl. I'm going to bring the camera in, but I wanted to show you how pretty that necklace is in the neutrals. And as we bring the camera in here, I'm going to show you how I'm going to make the clasp or the closure. We're going to go into the loop section here. I added a pearl on, and I'm going to go back about 1 inch and bend the wire back down towards itself. Just like that, doubled over. From here, I'm going to go up to that top, take my chain nose pliers, and just kind of pinch. Pinch that so the wire's just right next to itself, just like that. From here, I'm going to get down to the end, having the wire run parallel, and I'm going to bend the end of this wire here around those 2 strands. So it'll go right on the top of the pearl. Cut off the extra little bit of wire there, and then we have this longer piece here. This longer piece here is going to be the eye that fits into our loop here. You'll notice I made this loop a little bit bigger. To fit that eye into the loop, you can grab your round nose pliers, you can grab a mandrel, kind of whatever you want. And we are going to bend this wire, grabbing about halfway. We're going to bend the wire down towards the pearl. And see how you just have a nice hook here. If you don't want yours that big, you don't have to make it that big. I'm just going to bend a little bit so that we have that nice hook and eye there. If you want to, you can scallop yours even more, make it more bended and more loopy. But you're just going to do like you've been doing at the end here. Add your jump ring, and I'm not worried about pearls hanging right down next to the back of my neck. So I'm going to add this guy on here, close that up, and this is all done with that same 20 gauge wire. Opening this one up, linking on here, linking my smaller of my loop to the end, closing them up. The last thing we're going to do is make sure all of our loops are nice and closed, doing a double check, and then also pinching down your little ends to your charms there. That's going to be your final check to this beautiful, nice little charm necklace. Thanks so much for joining me in creating this charm necklace. It really is just that staple piece that you can learn how to make sure that your beads are hanging right on your jump rings, that you're using thick enough jump rings, and creating your own clasp as well. Remember, if you need any materials, go ahead and look below the video in the description, and we'll be happy to get you the link there so that way you can purchase your supplies. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.